Welcome to the writings of Patrick S. Smith.
Hello, all. Want to apologize to start off with. I do have a hard candy in my mouth as my surrogate cigarette, so I do apologize in advance. Speaking of that, I have gone 3 weeks without a cigarette. It's just the surrogates, so, and even then, it's maybe one or two a day. So, feeling real good. Got the jitters or antsiness every once in a while. But that's not uncommon. I've had it. The one thing I'm missing on this is before would I have tried the patch or I cannot remember the pill that I've also done. I've not had any dreams with this. None of the vivid dreams. I thought, man, this would be great. All sorts of ideas for stories. Just a lot of jotting down notes. Not the first one. So, only downfall of this round of trying to quit smoking. And on to the status updates. I'm about halfway done with A Dog in Death, which is the fourth story in the For the Love of Death collection. About halfway done, hit a snag, and it's kind of gone slow going at that point, just trying to work the scene because I can't get the good visual of how it, in my head, how it should be going. So it's not going as smoothly as it had up to this point. I think what I'm going to do is probably just skip over it, write the remainder, and then go back and try to slip in that last little bit. But I'll give it another day or two before I change those gears. Shortly after I finish this video, I am going to be submitting a number of poems. One of them, there's an anthology that's looking for poetry and other worlds type thing. I don't remember the details. It's Of Metal and Magic is the title of the anthology that is looking for submissions. And I have one I think fits the bill what they want, but in a different direction. So I'm going to be submitting that and see how that goes. And a second one wanted a couple poems for summer, and they're open to reprints. So I'm going to go ahead and toss them The Future Unfolds and The Storm. Because The Future Unfolds is really a timeless one, more spring, summer. Just because of the analogy in there. But The Storm, we're in the summer. It's the thunderstorm season, and I think it will fit nicely. Now, it's what they think is a different story, so we'll see. And hopefully, I can put that feather in my cap that hey, I am also, in addition to being published short stories, I have published poetry. The other thing I've been working on this week. Just because work has been kind of a hectic schedule and it made it hard to actually sit down and try to think through the scene for A Dog in Death, I went ahead and started playing with some visual media. Number one, I need to get an advert for The World of Ola, since now there's 2 books in that collection. I need something to show both of them, so working on that. I now have the 3D representation of both books. It's now just a matter of getting, this right scene and positioning and all that happy good stuff. The other thing, and this has been on my, I want to do this list for quite a while, is I want to get some sort of visual representation of the characters. Inbull, since he appeared on the cover of My Time Among the Elves, that is the first I've done. And I actually have 2 incarnations of him. Only one of them has been shown, and that is the one that's on the book. There is a younger version of him that I use right now, is sitting there as a reference to build off of for other versions of him. But I did start a new one, especially since I've been working on A Dog in Death. I have started Bertha, The Nightmare Life and Death. And here she is in all her glory. This is the first incarnation of her, so going to be a lot of work. It's more detailing work, lighting, getting the skin tone right, and I'm going to have to take her dress shopping because that dress doesn't work for her. Not how I envision her. But, it is a start. It should I'm hoping it gives you a better visual of how or at least how she appears in the stories. Now, once I get the right model, Certic will appear. I think I have enough models to do a lot of other characters. Because, in fact, I'm not even using models per se. I'm using just the base template and going in making alterations. So, at some point, I would like to have at least Amber, Darrigel, and Zimra all together, so you could see those three together. And there will be others from the world of Olith who will appear. And so that is just something I'm working on the side, just for fun for me to a degree, but also, like I say, to give people a visual cue of what these characters look like. Something new, a couple new things. I'm going to go back, at least short-term interim, to posting on TikTok. That being said, it's just because the new video editing software I'm using works so much smoother, so much better, and I'm not spending hours doing a special version. I could do the editing a lot faster, a lot easier. So TikTok is now back on the table. Also, and this is the first episode I'm doing this on, is that YouTube has a podcast feature. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how it'll translate over, but going to give that a whirl, just so that when I finally get recordings done of stories, audio, and publish those on YouTube, I can also kick those out in the podcast also. Now, of course, as we all know, my stories are not a regular occurrence, just because I'm still working on getting the first one done. Just the audio work is a lot, and getting the voice done. So, but it's, just to try it out, see what all it entails and how it turns out. If I like it, I'll keep doing it. If not, it'll kind of be a 1, 2, and 3 and done type thing, because I'll do the next couple episodes this way. And finally, if you're interested, you can subscribe to my newsletter through the blog, through Substack, and through Ko-fi. You can also support me through Ko-fi if you want to feel inclined to throw me $1 or $2 for the work I do. Also, my books are available on Amazon. And My Time Among the Elves is currently available for pre-order, and it will be available on the 11th of October. So that's about it for now. Everybody take care, and I'll see you later.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. You can find more of my books on Amazon.com. Also, you can find more of my stories and poems at patricssmithauthor.wordpress.com. The links are in the description. Thank you.